The WNBA All-Star Game has come and gone, but it's honestly been all that's on anyone's mind. And honestly, why wouldn't it be? Especially with the kind of performances the rookies put up. Before the game, Team USA's head coach Cheryl Reeve made it clear that she's had no doubt about leaving Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark out of her roster. Well, with Clark's performance in the All-Star Game, there's got to be some doubts now for sure. Karma came knocking. And it came knocking hard. You never underestimate Caitlin Clark, and you're about to find out why.
But she made up for it with the assists, set a rookie record for WNBA All-Star assists, had the most assists in the game, even with all of these highly decorated players. And you have to look beyond what actually happened on the court. I mean, she is, again, responsible, and not solely, other players are too. But Caitlin is the mover. She is the most responsible for the rise in interest in the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese put on quite the show against the Olympics team. Talk about making the absolute most out of your All-Star debut. Clark did what she does best, make history again, as she sets a new All-Star Game rookie assist record merely days after setting the WNBA's all-time single game assist record. Reese, on the other hand, dominated the rebounds. And guess what all this led to? A second consecutive loss for Team USA against the WNBA All-Star team. Back in 2021, the loss was the only one the Americans suffered en route to their 7th consecutive Olympic gold medal. Arike Ogunbowale came out as the MVP back in 2021, and she's also done it again this year. Wow. Does anyone else also feel this strong sense of deja vu? Well, if it is just history repeating itself, then the US will be hoping that it all ends the same way it did in 2021. With another Olympic gold medal swinging from their necks. This is most likely to be going the case. Let's be honest, no team in the world can match the talent or depth the Team USA has. Nevertheless, the All-Star Game still leaves us wondering what could have been. What could have been if only Clark was heading to Paris with Team USA. So we all know about Team USA's coach, Cheryl Reeve, making it clear that she has no doubt about leaving Clark off her team. When asked about the Clark situation, she only dropped a simple no, and that was it. But it was never about what she said, but rather how she said it. There was this mocking tone and nonchalance about her reply, like Clark hasn't done enough to prove herself.
Is there any second guessing here about not having Clark on the Olympic team?
From me? No.
And for those of you who follow Clark and the WNBA, you just know how incredible the Fever rookie has been since stepping onto a WNBA court. The 22-year-old is literally averaging 17.1 points and 8.2 assists per game, while breaking records after records on her way. Not too long ago, she became the first NBA rookie to log a triple-double, doing so against quite possibly the best team in the league. And all that still doesn't speak enough volume to her actual performances. But from Reeve's recent statement, it seems like she doesn't believe in the Caitlin Clark lore. Well, good thing she had a front row seat to her masterclass performance. Reeve's Avenger lineup of stars like Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, Diana Taurasi straight up lost to the one person she underestimated. You know what? How about we break down Clark's performance? For starters, let's talk numbers. Well, she didn't have her best shooting night, but that's what made her shine even more. That's who Caitlin Clark is. She can literally have a bad scoring night and still be the best player on the court. That's where the other aspects of her game come into play, proving why she's so feared. The rookie finished with 4 points on the day, but somehow notched up 10 assists to set a new All-Star rookie assist record. Now, let's talk actual performance. You know how she got these numbers. Clark's long-range bombs are an aspect of her game everyone praises. Luka Doncic has, in the past, likened the 22-year-old to Steph Curry, a literal god of long-rangers. However, instead of actually taking the shot, Clark would use the fear of her long-rangers to create enough space for her teammates to take advantage of. She'd drop way beyond the arc, forcing defenders to swarm her, then practically breeze past them with her lightning-quick steps. Everyone was playing checkers, while Clark played chess. This is where Clark's game gets really interesting. Her vision is literally out of this world, making plays that no rookie should be. She was threading passes through extremely tight windows. This aspect of her game is what really sets her apart from her fellow rookies. We're talking about court awareness on par with legends of the game, which obviously explains why she leads the league in assists. When the shots aren't going in, she still finds a way to impact the game. Just look at this dime from Clark to Reese.
Clark thinking about a bomb, the hesitation, the take, the lead,
Two of the WNBA's hottest rookies combining perfectly. That right there is Clark at her very best. But this wasn't all Clark. As you know, Ogunbowale came out as the game's MVP, but it wasn't just both women who made history. Angel Reese also left her mark. The 22-year-old became the first rookie to get a double-double in an all-star game. This obviously doesn't come as a surprise to anyone. She is the double-double queen. Reese absolutely dominated the paint, scoring 12 points and grabbing 11 rebounds. And not to take the spotlight away from Reese, but her and Clark's link-up was literally a dream come true. There's been a whole lot of speculation about both players' relationship. To a lot of WNBA fans, there's some level of animosity between both of them. But this couldn't be seen in the way both women combined several times during the game. It didn't seem like they've only been teammates for a day. In fact, after the game, Reese commented on playing with Clark. "It's so cool. I know when she gets the ball, I'm running to look for the ball because I know she's gonna throw it. She's been great to play with," Reese said. Well, for now, both players have a lot to actually bond about because despite being on the WNBA All-Star roster, they were both snubbed from Team USA's Olympic roster. But it's no doubt that they're both future Olympians, a fact that even Reese acknowledged. "I mean, in the future, we're going to be playing a lot," she added. "Hopefully in 4 years, we'll be Olympians together." Some mutual respect between the two is just what the league needs to really shake things up. Well, we're still not over with the game just yet, because there's one moment that really had people talking. Clark was basically dominating the game, dictating play and making a bunch of dope passes. So Reeves decided to change things up in the court. It seemed like she gave her team specific instructions to guard you-know-who like it was some high-stakes playoff game. Guys, in an all-star game such as this, you rarely see teams going all out to stop a single person. It's just not worth it. For Reeve, however, she wasn't going to let Clark run the show, even though she still ended up doing exactly that. For the majority of the game, Kelsey Plum was literally glued to Clark. We're talking full court pressure. Again, like it was a decisive game and the not exhibition game it actually was. This left everyone wondering, why was Cheryl Reeve so hell-bent on trying to stop Clark? Well, only one reason springs to mind: her cheeky little pre-game interview. You can't talk the big talk without being able to actually match it on the court. Cheryl Reeve's management of the game drew a whole lot of criticism, particularly because of her obsession with trying to stop Clark, a strategy that ended up backfiring really hard. Team USA was so focused on locking Clark up that they freed up other players like Arike Ogunbowale, who ended up deciding the game. As you'd expect, immediately after the game, social media literally went up in flames, with everyone questioning why neither Clark nor Reese were chosen for Reeves' Olympic roster. Well, while this all-star game obviously raises an important question about whether we actually have the best team heading to Paris, what it really shows, though, is that the new generation of the WNBA, led by Clark and Reese, will be a force to be reckoned with in the coming years. Besides playing quite impressively, they're also bringing unprecedented levels of attention and excitement to women's basketball. And that's why their future is more than important. As for Clark and Reese's futures as Olympians, that seems more than certain to happen. And honestly, we can't wait until both players begin representing the country. Soon, the WNBA will be entering a period where every point, every assist, every steal, every three-pointer, every decision could change the course of the entire season. This is the time legends are made. This definitely is Clark's time. Well, guys, I want to know what you think. Does Team USA have what it takes to bring home the gold? How do you see the second half of the season going? Will Clark continue breaking more records? Share your thoughts in the comments below.